Hey, welcome back friends, TechDale here, and today I have loot from 1,000 Afflicted. Now I did not actually kill the Afflicted, I used a Serum 207 on them. It's all part of a Shades of Morton quest if you haven't already completed that, or if you completed it so long ago you forgot what Serum 207 is. I'll explain in a couple seconds, but essentially when you use a Serum 207 on the Afflicted, they give you a little bit of items. The one thing I did want to check mainly was to see if it was a net positive of Terramin. Because if it is, it could potentially be a good source for my Ultimate Ironman account to get herblore experience. And it seemed promising on the small sample size of my Ultimate Ironman, so I figured I would go full scale and do 1,000 of them. I do want to go over the process really quick with you guys though. First thing to go over is how to make the Serum 207 potions. Basically all you do is you take a Terramin potion unfinished and add a pile of ashes to it. Both of them are about 100 GP a piece, so it's a pretty cheap potion to make and pretty quick. One thing I would recommend if you are not an Ironman account to use a portable well that somebody else has placed down, and also to get the factory outfit pieces. The factory outfit pieces, if you have 3 of them, actually gives you an additional dose, I think 10% of the time or something like that. So every additional dose means that there's less time that you're going to actually have to be making these potions. Next up is going to be using all the Serum 207 potions. Now, this is the largest time gap that there is. It took me about 3 hours to use it on 1,000 Afflicted. Yeah, that's really slowing down the herblore experience per hour. I'll mention the herblore experience per hour here soon, but 3 hours is a lot longer than I was hoping to take on this. And now the moment you guys have been waiting for. Loot from 1,000 Afflicted. So basically, the loot is everywhere from Serum 208 down. Hint hint, I have 1,000 doses between Serum 207 and Serum 208. That may be a future video coming up if this one gets enough likes. But let's start with the coins. 3,700 coins. Yeah, that's just bad. Really, really bad. Terums. 263 terums. That's a little bit less than I was hoping for. Basically, you have to use 333 and 1/3 terum in order to make enough Serum 207s in order to get 1,000 Afflicted. So that means it's a net negative on terums. That's surprising and a little bit annoying. If it wasn't bad enough that the herblore experience is relatively slow, it's not even infinite, which is what I was hoping for. So Serum 207 is not going to be infinite herblore experience, unfortunately. Hammers, apparently there's a 1% chance of them dropping hammers. Did I mention yet that this is a very outdated drop table? I don't think they've updated this ever. Yeah. So if you guys are doing this in old school, it's the exact same if you guys want to watch this video anyway. Also, some vials. This is going to be inaccurate because some of the vials did come from the Serum 207s themselves, so kind of disregard this. But we do have 244 vials of water. That means that you are going to be getting slightly less vials of water than you do have grimy teramins. Again, not infinite anyway, so who really cares? And the last part of making the Serum 207s is going to be the logs right here. Got plenty of logs in order to make enough ashes to make the Serum 207s. But honestly, if you look at the price of logs, they're 400 GP a piece approximately, and ashes are like 100 GP a piece. You'd be better off just buying them. Just buy the ashes, sell the logs. That being said, if you are using an Ultimate Ironman account or an Ironman account, these can be turned into ashes with some fire making experience in to boot. But plenty of logs, essentially. Swamp paste, over 1,000 swamp paste. I have no idea what you'd possibly use swamp paste for, but in case you want it, you get it from the Afflicted. And then also you get some olive oils, anywhere from 4 dose to 1 dose, and they also give you multiples of each of those potions. I did add up all of the different doses, and it gave me 561 doses of olive oil. So it's about 2 doses of Serum 207 to 1 dose of olive oil, maybe a little bit more. Honestly, you could just buy them from the builder store much, much faster. You can buy 503 doses, so like 1,500 doses in probably like 20-30 minutes. If you really wanted olive oil for whatever reason, this is 3 hours for 500 doses. So not good. All in all, this whole entire thing is just not the best loot in the world. I'm going to put it into an inventory price check just to see how much GP per hour it is, but it's not promising. Remember how I said not promising? 287 GP. 287,000, sorry, GP. Plus like the 3,000, so like 290,000 GP. The funny thing is the majority of that is coming from the logs. 180,000 GP coming just from having 460 logs. That's so strange. The only other thing that's worth any money at all is the olive oil potions. They gave a decent amount of money, I guess, like maybe 60, 70,000 or GP. But realistically, even if you think about it, like 300,000 GP, curing the Afflicted is only 100,000 GP per hour, not including making the potions or any of the supplies costs. If you're thinking about supply costs as well, you can take off like another 100,000 GP. So you're looking at like 200,000 GP in about 3.5 hours worth of effort. So about 50,000 GP per hour. Not a good moneymaker. So all in all, not good for Ultimate Iron Man. Not good for Iron Man. Not good moneymaker. I don't know why Serum 207 is a thing, except to make Serum 208. I would not recommend doing this yourself, but I wanted to test it out for my Ultimate Iron Man series, and I'm really glad I didn't do it on the Ultimate Iron Man because this is not a good loot set. So, good to know. If you guys do enjoy this though, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you can see all my future content. Leave a like so I know that you liked it, and leave a comment if you guys are interested in anything else. As you can see, I did have some Serum 208s after this abysmal loot. I don't think Serum 208 is going to be any better, but might want to give it a go. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to happen yet or not. Just doing it a little bit AFK in between other things. As always though, have a good one.